Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. Recently, I've been sharing some of our mistakes that we've been making. Covered a couple that we were still making last year, and I'll kind of be linking them up over here. One will pop up, then the other one, so you guys can check them out. Also, if you stay tuned till the end, I'll put them on the end screen for you, so they're easy to find once you're done with this video. I want to be honest about these things because I want to help you. We will be honest about our successes, and we'll tell you what worked well for us, what we found that's amazing, because I want to succeed together. I don't want to be in competition with you. If I can find things that work well and thrive and do amazing on my homestead, then I want you guys to know about them so you can try them. Might not work for you, but if they work well for us, I'll vouch for them, and I'll encourage you to at least consider them. Personally, we like to be out there in the world mixing it up periodically, and as we do, we continue to meet people who are just getting started at this lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to mention the worst way to get animals for your homestead. And there's two immediate things that people often think about. The one is the really expensive ones. You know, if you don't know how to take care of animals, don't start off with the really expensive ones, because then if you suffer a loss, it'll be a greater loss. And that's absolutely true. There's validity to that. But also, the other end of the spectrum, some people are like, oh, is it the free ones when people are just giving away animals? Are those the ones we should avoid? Well, sometimes you'll get a goat with scours, and they're pretty much not going to make it, especially if you're new at it. Sometimes you'll get a free dog or something, and what's going to happen is somebody's getting rid of it for a reason. So that can happen on either end of the spectrum, but this isn't even about price. It's about eagerness. Imagine getting a homestead, and then the first thing you do is you look around and you ask your family, hey, what do you think we should get?
Dad, I want dogs on our homestead.
Can we get ducks?
We should get guineas.
We need turkeys on our homestead. We should get chickens.
We should get sheep.
I think we should get a milk cow.
Actually, can we get rabbits?
Well, how about that? Do you think you should just run out and get all of those right away? No, you shouldn't. And there's a wrong way to do things for sure. Part of it is you may have things that you want for your homestead. There may be a variety of animals. You can see we have quite a few different kinds. And I mean, we have a betta fish in the house too, so that wasn't exactly exhaustive. But the deal is, you need to be prepared for the animals you want to get. Sometimes you get your property, you're finally out of all the restrictions that the city provides, right? And you're finally able to be like, we have land, we have freedom, we can have animals, we can have chickens, we can have goats, we can have sheep, we can have cows, we need milk, right? We can have dogs, we can have cats, we can have rabbits, we can have ducks and guineas and turkeys. And yeah, you can. But if you don't have somewhere to put them, you're going to be having issues. One of the mistakes that we made, like, for instance, we bought raw land here, and we simultaneously tried to prepare somewhere for us to live while we were putting in a garden from scratch, while we were trying to get like 2 of everything that came off the ark and 7 of the clean. Don't do all 3 at the same time. I'll tell you right now, we made it through. It was fine, but that's not the way to do it. Can be done, probably not the way to do it. But when we started getting animals, I have limited acreage, and we picked up some sheep. Got a good deal on some sheep. I think I bought like a 12-pack for about $100 a piece. So $1,200, 12 sheep. And then they started having babies right away because it was in the spring of the year. And it was like, whoa, now we're just multiplying sheep, you know, right away. And I fenced in an area. I didn't have my pastures prepared. I fenced in an area and let them eat it down to nothing. And then I fenced in the next area and let them eat it down to nothing. And we kind of, you know, we didn't fence in the entire perimeter and then divide everything up and then start going around with it. We got this property in 2017. It wasn't until last year in 2022 that I actually finally finished fencing in the rotational grazing. I don't think it was till the end of 2019 maybe, you know, so right at the beginning of 2020 that I even got the perimeter fence done. So that's going to be an issue, because if you don't have things set up properly, as we did, they'll just eat everything down to nothing. And then, as I covered in one of the last videos, you know, we didn't have good enough pasture to support the animals that we had. Of got a number of sheep right now. You saw some of them in that clip with red pepper. We're gonna eat a couple of those and probably get rid of a couple of those. But we have things set up in order now. We have different places for them to be. We have shelters. Animals, sheep, goats, cows, often they can get wet or they can get cold. But if they get wet and cold, that's when you're gonna run into issues. Maybe a little less so with cattle, but sheep and goats definitely, you don't want them wet and cold. So you need structures, you need safe shelters for them, besides just having fences that keep them in and keep predators out. We've done rather well with that here, but don't let that excitement of being a brand new homesteader and having your freedom just encourage you to run out there and get in over your head. Prepare things first. Get areas fenced in. Get multiple areas fenced in so they don't always have to be in the same exact area, and have shelters for them. Make sure you have water, if possible, near that area so you don't have to be carrying it all over the place. There's certain things to set up, and I know it's an exciting time for a lot of people to be getting out of the city, to be getting a homestead and setting it up. But don't make the mistake that you just fulfill every desire you have immediately, and you just start getting all sorts of different animals right away, and then you don't really have the capability or the infrastructure set up to take care of them the way that you should. Okay? That's my word of advice for here. That's what I consider to be the worst way to get animals for your homestead, is just to grab them when you're not prepared. There may be a good deal, and that may motivate you, Maybe say, I'll get these, get a verbal contract, maybe whatever, and then, spend the next 2-3 days preparing your place. Go at it gangbusters if you can, and then get them and bring them there. But don't just get them and then hope you're gonna do everything you wanna do. Prepare things ahead of time. It's one of the mistakes we learned the hard way. Hopefully you guys understand, and learn from my mistakes, don't make your own. If you found this video useful or beneficial, and you think you might know other people who might enjoy it, I'm willing to meet your friends. If you want to share this link with them, maybe share it in a Facebook group, something else, I don't mind. I'm willing to meet your friends. Feel free to make that introduction. Give the video a like, leave a comment. If there's other things that you wish to add to this, topic, feel free to drop a comment below. That way other people can sit there and read them and learn from what you have to say too. I'll see you next time. Papa out.